Joining us on this show to further discuss the possible resumption of oil exploration in Ogoni land is Celestine Akpobari, an Ogoni-born human environmental rights defender and team lead, People's Advancement Center. Good morning, Mr. Akpobari, and thank you for joining us on the morning show.
Good morning, Dr. Ruben Abati. Good morning, Profile Anayo.
Morning, sir.
Glad to be here.
Well, Mr. Akpobari, I mean, the president met with leaders from Ogoni land and River State to find ways, to ensure the resumption of oil exploration activities in Ogoni land. Very versatile oil wells where there has been no serious oil exploration activities since 1993. What we have been having is just environmental degradation. Governor Fubara, I recall, said at that meeting that, look, he had consulted with everybody and those who met with the president were carefully selected. Is it true, really, that the major stakeholders, the Ogoni people themselves, were not in the room? I thought Ledum Wite was in that room. So who are the Ogoni people complaining? That's one. Two, why do we have the CSO saying there should be no resumption of exploration in Ogoni land, knowing that this is a government that is looking for revenue? And the very rich oil wells of Ogoni land contribute up to about 60% of crude oil supply. Can you hear me, Mr. Akpobari?
Okay. I'm hearing you.
Please go ahead. Yes, two issues that I raised. Yes, the two issues that I raised, if you had me.
Yeah. In the first place, I disagree with the governor who said that the people were carefully selected. Ogoni is a very large area with too many people, more than 1.5 million. So we don't expect 1.5 million people to be in the villa. But truth must be told that in the days of Ken Saro, when a meeting like this is taking place, can we visit all the kingdoms of Ogoni? That the government has sent an invitation. This is what do you want us to tell them? And they will go around. Even if he has his view, then finally we will gather at Bori, the traditional headquarters of Ogoni, and you will tell them, where these things is happening all over the world, this is what they do, this is what they do. My own view, this is what I would have said, but I want to hear from you. And the people will say, Ken, that thing you said, that is what we'll do. So I should tell them that, yes, I should tell, and we'll go. That's how Ken operated, and that's why Ken will live in our hearts forever. He was sincere with us. If you hear about the drama that took place over the selection, you will weep. They keep increasing the number up to the morning of the meeting. People were still flying from Port Harcourt. Some people were still crying that they must be there. I don't know what they take from meetings like that. And talking about the civil society thing, I think I'm the convener. If you look in the video, you will see I'm the person that talked about blood on Ogoni oil, and the person that asked that a meeting of stakeholders like this must take place in Ogoni, because I was part of the delegation that visited President Buhari on 22nd October 2021. And even Senator Birabi that said yesterday that he has not attended any meeting. He was the man that read the address on behalf of Ogoni people in that meeting. And nothing has come out. They talk about the road leading to Ogoni, a 45 minutes from Port Harcourt to Ogoni. You will spend more than 6 hours. People have died. A lot of things have happened. All the promises they made, nothing has happened. So the government of Nigeria has raped the Ogoni people severally without a condom. They have lied to us severally. We are tired of the lies. I'm surprised that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, that was part of the struggle, that has a scar on his back because of this struggle, is the person that will want to go through the back door to come and take Ogoni oil. There are roadblocks. There are a lot of things that people should do. People were killed in Ogoni in their numbers. Over 2,000 persons were murdered. There is one woman called Mrs. Lemi in Bowe community. They called the woman out, brought out the two sons, brought out the husband, executed them before the woman What was the offense? Come and clean our land. There were places in Kar and Kono, they burned the people inside. And Paul Kuntumo, Obi Omai, and Dauda Musa Komo are walking freely on the streets of Nigeria if they are still alive. We want these people to be on trial. We want a review of that kangaroo trial that sentenced our people to death. They were given 30 days right of appeal. That appeal was still ongoing when they executed them 10 days later. A lot of wrong things that happened. The money they took from our land for over 3 decades of oil theft. Where is the money? What has changed in Ogoni? Nothing has happened. And so you cannot be coming to remembering Ogoni only when you have oil. There are a lot of things that you will do. Look at the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Look at the emerging issues. The cleanup that you just kick-started, it will take 30 years to clean up Ogoni. We have just over five years into it. No, government is yet to bring 1 kobo for that cleanup. So government has not been sincere with the Ogoni people.
All right. I mean, that's interesting. If you say the government hasn't brought 1 kobo, how about the HYPREP project? We talked about this yesterday. And that's a hydrocarbon pollution remediation project. And a lot of money has been said to have been allocated there. Even though he said the money isn't enough and there's been bureaucratic processes that has caused delays and the likes, you cannot really say the government hasn't put any money in. That project was set up for that particular process, except you're saying that nothing happened and it's just a bogus project. In addition to that, even beyond the government, there was a settlement by Shell Nigeria out of court, and I know that Shell has paid up to $300 million in different tranches. Who received the money, and what was the money used for?
Thank you, Ayo. First, I want to correct a wrong impression on this program yesterday. Senator Birabi said $1 billion have been paid into the HYPREP account. That's not true. I was part of the team that negotiated, for the implementation of UNEP report. From here to Geneva, I was in all the meetings. The current managing director of Shell was there, all of us. We said the money should be $200 million per year for the first 5 years. It was a take-off grant, not the money for the cleanup. And the government was supposed to pay a percentage. All the money that have been used so far come from the oil companies. I'm currently on the governing council of HYPREP.
Mr. Akpobari, that the government has not sent a penny for the project.
Government, I am a member of the governing council of that project, of HYPREP. I'm speaking with authority. The government of Nigeria is yet to contribute 1 kobo to that project. What I wanted to hear from the government is that, yes, the $1 billion take-off grant from the oil company, we are bringing $100 billion into that Ogoni Trust Fund for the cleanup. That's what I wanted to hear. And not to come and put a bandage on the bleeding wound. If you like me, you will like my dog. You cannot hate Ogoni people and like their oil.
How about the money given by Shell and other oil companies like you mentioned? What has that money done? Who received
all the monies that have been, all the monies that have been paid into Ogoni was not given to Ogoni as a community. Individual farmers and fishermen took the oil companies to court, whether it was in London or at The Hague. In fact, the 18 million euro that Dr. Abati talked about yesterday at The Hague was paid to 3 communities. Ikodataudo in Bayelsa, Goe in Ogoni, and 1 community in Bayelsa. 3 communities. So monies like that are paid directly into the farmer's account from London, from The Hague, directly into the account of the farmer. So it does not go to the community. The $300 million you are talking about, the 300 million, we heard in the news from Honorable Boma Goodhead that 300 million had been paid to the FCT minister when he was governor. And I did a press conference asking for the present governor, Governor Fubara, to set up a probe panel to look into that allegation to see whether such money was paid, because that information was capable of setting Ogoni on fire. And we told our people to calm down, let's wait for the governor, but he has a lot on his plate. I think now that there are less problem on his hands, he will set up a panel and we'll look at the veracity of that information. Me, I'm interested. I want to know why the 300 million. I will receive it on behalf of Ogoni. Who is that goalkeeper that caught the 300 million? We want to know. We are interested in that.
Okay. I think that's even a very, very crucial matter that the current governor should investigate, and probably other parties too that might have been in the helms of affairs of Rivers State should be able to come out and say how that money was marshaled. But the part that interests me is, so the government that went to flag off an Ogoni cleanup did not put 1 naira for the cleanup. Is that what you are saying now? The same government that publicized Ogoni cleanup.
1 kobo.
So why did they publicize it? Was it just photo ops they did in Ogoni, meeting all the kings and all of that, and they didn't put 1 kobo in there? And please, being on the governing council, can you give us some of the accounts of the oil companies that put money down? How much have been received till date? How much have been put down? How much the oil companies also put down? So let's see like a cursory look on the account. And the nature of work done so far with that money.
In the first place.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Rufai. In the first place, let us not look as if the cleanup is a big deal. It's like you, Rufai, your car hit me, and you take me to the hospital, and I'm being treated for the injuries I sustained from the accident. Are you doing me any good? That is what is happening in Ogoni. Ogoni people were successful fishermen and farmers eating fat. You come back from school, you get fish, eat. Then you go back to catch the one you will sell without feeding the fishes. We were living very big before they came to destroy our environment and livelihoods. And now we are telling you to come and restore what you destroyed. Is that a big deal? Are you doing any good? And the fact I'm talking about the money. I'm not a member of the BOT. We have the governing council that deal with policy issues and the board of trustees that sit on the money. What we do, the governing council,
does the BOT, please sir, does the BOT publish the accounts from time to time?
I have never seen the account. Even as a member of the governing council, I've never seen the account.
So if you have never seen the account, how did you, if you have never seen the account, how did you know that the federal government did not put a kobo in an account you have never seen?
I know that they have not put a kobo because...
But you've not seen the account now. You just said to me now that you have not seen the account.
The MD share. Look,
so how do you know that the federal government has not put a naira in an account you have not seen?
I'm just telling you that the managing director of Share is a member of governing council with us. And we know when request is made for money and who will bring the money. When the PC bring the budget, these are the job I want to do. This is how much I want. We know who will bring the money. Share yet to bring, the government yet to bring 1 kobo.
Okay, Mr. Akpobari.
I'm hearing you, Dr. Bati.
One of the major issues with HYPREP has been, the failure to achieve the objective, and 2, that even when resources are provided, those resources have been mismanaged. HYPREP has been identified, touchlighted as a major area of corruption. The details, the devil is in the details. Now, let me ask you, President Tinubu's major appeal is that anger is not necessary, that we should not dwell, in the past, that now there is an opportunity for all the stakeholders and the federal government to see how Ogoni land can move forward, how oil exploration can move forward. Are you saying that the president doesn't know what he's talking about, saying that Ogoni people should no longer be angry, they should look for solutions? And if, so what solutions will you recommend? Because you are still angry. And the president has appealed to you. Does it mean you and your groups, you are saying you are still angry? The president doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well,
it's a simple question, though. Don't dance around it. Don't dance around it. It's a simple question.
The president says the president says I should not be angry. He should demonstrate. He should do things that will make me not to be angry. A common artwork in the name of cancer was brought into this world, donated by civil society groups in the UK in 2015. The customs of Nigeria seized it. I wrote a petition to the National Assembly. In the plenary, they said, release this material unconditionally to Ogoni people. They refused. I went to court, Federal High Court in Ikoyi in 2017 and got judgment in April 2023, Justice Aluko, that they should release it unconditionally. This government of Tinubu government is still sitting and hard work that was brought, that is harmless. This government has not brought any money for the cleanup. This government has not done anything. So why should I not be angry? Why should I not remember the past? When this country returned to democracy in 1999, only 2 issues were plaguing Nigeria, June 12 and the Ogoni issue. June 12 have been tactically settled. The Ogoni is in the majority in Rivers State. Ogoni has not been governor, Ogoni has not been deputy, Ogoni has not been speaker, Ogoni has not been chief judge. In a state that we are in the majority, we are educated. What did we do? Which offense did we commit? So when they wanted to settle the Yoruba issue, tactically in 1999, no other person contested for the governorship. In fact, they had to go to prison to go and bring one, and you became a president. That matter has been settled. Abiola, the candidate in that election, has been properly settled. In fact, you can refer to him as the former president. He has the highest honor in the land. So what has happened to Ogoni? When you want to pick deputy governor, Odili passed through Ogoni, went to Opobo and took. One local government in Ogoni is more than Opobo. When Amechi want to pick Aromea, they went to Andoni. Now, when Wike want to pick a governor, it passed through Ogoni. What did we do? We need to settle all this. We are angry and very bitter. You can only remember Ogoni when you want to take oil. No. There must be, like yesterday when the Senator Brabi was talking about flag and anthem, I was not laughing because PDP has flag, APC has flag, banks have flag. Does it mean that they want independent? It's a means of identity. If you listen to HYPREP people, after Nigerian anthem, they will sing their anthem. Bayelsa, after Nigerian, they sing their anthem. That anthem, Ake, Pure Ogoni Ake, is our local anthem, a means of identity. We are a distinct ethnic nationality in Ogoni, in Rivers State, in this country. So that is our means of identity. Does that mean that we are looking for political autonomy in any name you want to call it? Like Abuja, you call it Federal Capital Territory. If you want to call it a special area or you want to call it a state, you do it, but there must be a negotiation politically. So these things must be done. The cleaning up of our mess of the environment, you cannot turn on the tap and clean up and mop the floor at the same time. That is stupidity of the works order. I trust Malanu Rubadu is a comrade, and all the people. So if they want to do the right thing, let them not play the ostrich, hide their head, and all their body is showing. Their body are showing. We are seeing them.
All right, thank you so much. I think I'll still challenge that claim that the federal government hasn't contributed, because according to reports, they've actually been one of the Ministry of Finance.
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just challenging that, because according to reports, even UNEP's closing statement, it acknowledged the role of the federal government. But like you said, it's your word. I'm just giving you what the facts are on there, especially on their website. You can check it out as well. They have a website and they have a report on that. But in saying all of this,
the government is yet to contribute one kobo.
I'm just giving you my own side of the story. But in saying all of this, you have said that it will take about 30 years. In fact, initial reports by UNEP says 25 to 30 years for the cleanup of Ogoni land. However, following the meeting yesterday with the president, it was clear that the Nigerian government is quite keen to begin or to resume oil exploration in that area. What must be done initially? You know, yesterday I tried to ask our guest, but he didn't quite respond directly. Now, you say you've been working hard on this. You're human rights activist. It would be great to hear from you, the Ogoni people, in the immediate 6 months, 1 year down the line, what must happen for you to welcome back exploration?
Well, I don't want to talk about exploration. What I'm saying is that the government of Nigeria does not like Ogoni people. They have told us lies severally.
So what's the way forward?
That we have a president who
we have a president who seems to show that he wants to change it.
The way forward, the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Look at the legitimate demands of our people as enshrined there. Do a review of the kangaroo military trial of Kensarawa and exonerate all those, because you know that they were not guilty of that offense. Release this Kensarawa memorial bus that was confiscated. put money into HYPREP. Now you have a very wonderful environment minister, Pararabe Abbas Lawal, and the current project coordinator, Professor Nene Barizabe. I want to thank President Tinubu for recalling him back after he was removed.
Okay, sir.
Real
quickly. You keep talking about...
So they have to do that, and the president has to come to Ogoni.
Okay.
And let's have a multi-stakeholder meeting with Ogoni people, and let's begin to solve these problems, remove these problems on the way. Let there be complete healing.
Okay, sir.
Before you talk about...
You keep talking about the Ogoni Bill of Rights. Part of the Ogoni Bill of Rights talks about full autonomy of that region, of that area. Do you still demand that today?
It's a political autonomy, not full autonomy. Political autonomy. That is what I've talked about. That when you say political autonomy, it could be a state.
Self-determination, independence of Ogoni land.
You can increase the local government.
Do you still want that?
Yes, self-determination. That is, we are a distinct ethnic nationality.
So you want an Ogoni nation?
By an Ogoni person as the governor.
Anyway, thank
self-determination does not mean that we are a nation already. We are a nation already, but self-determination means that if you give Ogoni a state, and Ogoni man is their governor, Ogoni man is their speaker, Ogoni man is their chief judge, you have given them political autonomy.
Okay, Mr. Akpobari.
That's what we are talking about, than being in a place where we are not recognized at all, and you contribute so much to the economy and the well-being of the nation.
Onigo Tite, the sociologist, professor, has already proven that Nigeria has over 250 ethnic nationalities. But the major challenge is how to become one nation, unity, national unity. And I guess that's what President Bola Tinubu is interested in, as was the case with his predecessor.